Hi there and good evening. So happy to be doing this live this evening as I'm going to be talking about an exciting topic related to fashion, which is dear to my heart. And I'm going to also be introducing a great brand today, a brand with a story. So I'm crossing borders today and I'm meeting Bolupe, and we're going to be talking about her brand, how she developed her brand, and how the brand became to be what it is today. It's always interesting to see that fashion brands that are beautiful on the outside have actually struggled a lot to become what they have become, right? So I'm going to be talking about Volupe this evening, about her brand and her brand story. Moreover, I would like to invite you all to join me as well tomorrow and Tuesday for new lives, new luxury live with Ghalia editions, as I'm going to be meeting exciting people and exciting stories as well. So I'm going to invite Bolupe in. She's joining in from Nigeria, and we're going to be giving her the floor to talk about brand story. So just waiting to connect. Hi there.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi, how are
Good
you? How's it
evening.
going? Good
How
evening. Can you
how
see me?
are you?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I love the caption that you took earlier and you shared.
I know that's
It's
good.
so beautiful. I mean, it's so inspiring.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
I wish earlier I maybe I didn't think about it, but if you could if it's not a hassle, maybe we can also manage to do a little tour in the boutique if
Sure.
you're,
Yes.
yeah, of course.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, perfect.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy that we get to meet live.
I know. Finally. Been a while.
and and I'm really excited about the live and to share all of this info about you and the brand. So let's just kick off and
Do it.
tell us about you first.
Okay. All right. About me first.
Yeah,
Me? Oh,
yes.
okay. Okay. So my name is Bolupe Adebiyi. I'm Nigerian. I love being Nigerian. I grew up here, but I've been around the world quite a bit. I started. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for about over 15 years now. But I started in services, so sort of like event planning, luxury design. I've always been a creative, so sort of like design, planning parties. I mean, I'm African, so obviously, we like parties, right?
Yeah.
So, so yeah. So I started with that, and then my love for fashion started about a couple of years ago. I'd gone to the UK on holiday, and I just ran into like a Pure London show. I'm like, wow, all this fashion, So I was like, okay, I mean, sounds interesting. Let me have a look. I'd always loved fashion because I would style my brides, I would style my friends, style myself, and then I went into Pure London. It was an amazing show, beautiful show. I mean, there were brands from over there were over like 7,000 brands. I believe it was from about 70 countries. So it was crazy. It was really good. So yeah, that's sort of like how I got into fashion and how we started. Yeah.
Right. And you got into the right spot because Pure London always seeks to put forward, I mean, like
Oh,
crazy brands and
beautiful,
beautiful,
beautiful.
right?
Good.
Uh,
Yeah.
so this start with a fashion brand was okay at the beginning, an inspiration. However, moving from an idea or an inspiration into business is not an easy task, I imagine,
No,
right?
it's not. I promise
So,
you. I promise you.
so tell us first how you got to decide on working with sustainable fashion brands. Was
Okay.
it because it's a trendy thing, or it's like a philosophical or ideology that you have? And if that has been a good choice for you or not?
Okay, so I'd always loved being sustainable. I'd always been very environment conscious. I'm the sort of person that won't overshop. You know, I would buy what I need. I would use what I need. So even before I started sort of like my brand or anything, I'd always been very big on not wearing leather, you know, wearing more sustainable brands. I love comfort. So for me, being sustainable and being minimal, they sort of go hand in hand. So I like minimal clothes, minimal fashion, even in life. I'm a minimalist in life. So being sustainable was easy. And then growing up in, I grew up in post-colonial Africa where the fashion growing up was crazy, Galia.
Yeah.
Like, to give you an idea, in Nigeria, there are over 200 tribes, colorful tribes, you know, colorful fashion parties. And then obviously, you know, the Europeans were here, you know, their fashion, the infrastructure, the architecture. So for me, I had a very colorful upbringing. And then, you know, in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, more in Africa, we're very big on handmade stuff. So we're very artisanal in nature. So we would hand make all our clothes, accessories, our fashion. Sometimes we hand build our houses. So we've always been very big on sort of like, you know, hand making and being sustainable. Even before being sustainable was a thing.
Yeah.
It was just natural soap, you know, natural fibers. So for me, I grew up being sustainable. Let's just say that. So when I started my business, obviously, I wanted to sort of honor my roots in that this is what I'm used to. And I love European fashion as well. So I would say my style and being sustainable has been a function of, you know, being Nigerian, growing up in Nigeria, and then traveling the world and seeing, okay, so this is what the West has to have, this is what they have to offer in the West. I love their fashion, but I also love my roots. So sort of like the amalgamation of both. And then, you know, the sustainable brand is born.
And my first remark actually when I looked at the brand colors and the brand name, it was like black and white related. And was this was this like intentional, or was it a way also to stand out even with the brand name?
So I'll tell you. So at this point, I'll just quickly show. I don't know if you can see anything.
Yeah,
so
just take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, we'll do that later. But yeah, so our cotton is a black and white brand. Ta-da! For people that don't know. So
and I see you wearing from your collection as well.
Yes, and I had to wear the French one, you know, because yes, I had to. So so yeah, we're a black and white brand, and I'll tell you why we're black and white. It comes from me being minimal. Like I'm such a minimalist. I promise you, I'm super minimal. At my wedding, I think I wore flip-flops. That's how minimal I've been. So starting a black and white brand it's not a fad. It's something that so I'm a classic girl. I believe that things shouldn't go out of fashion. I believe that you know, sort of like you should be again, it comes from being sustainable, being minimal, and being classic. That's why my brand is black and white. So when you run a black and white brand, you don't use as many dyes in production because we hand-dye a lot of our fabrics, you know, and we use non-toxic dyes. That's one of the points. We have an 8-point sustainability agenda. So hand-dyeing is just one of our points of you know, being sustainable. So being black and white, I wanted to be as minimal as possible, as edgy as possible in the fashion, and I also wanted to reflect my true self, because there's no point having a fashion brand that I don't love or I don't like. So when I started, I didn't think I was going to start black and white, but I'll go fabric shopping, I'll go sourcing, and then I'll come back with blacks, whites, and grays, and silvers, and I'm like, you know, I would go back the next day, and then, you know, the reds and the oranges and the pinks and the purples, they just didn't appeal to me. So I thought, you know what, maybe let me stick with this for a minute and just see how it is. So I started making designs for myself and my friends, all in black and white, black, white, or a mix of both. And, you know, it turned into a business, and, you know, I've never stopped since then. So yeah, that's black and white story.
So there's a lot of you, there's a lot of your culture and heritage and your know-how, and it gave you the opportunity to start this brand. And we're accentuating on the idea of sustainability, which is really at the heart of your business. But most of us don't really know what sustainable is. So first of all, we talked about some aspects of the business related to non-polluting or taking really care of our environment. But what does sustainability also mean in fashion?
Okay, so for me, I'm just going to go off my personal definition of what sustainability means to me. Sustainability just means being friendly to the environment and having minimal waste in your production and retail processes. So for me, beyond the big, I mean, a lot of people greenwash and say, "Oh, I'm sustainable," but how are we sustainable in our business? You know, what do we do to be sustainable in our business? So first of all, obviously, you know, we're a black and white brand, so we don't do a lot of colors, a lot of dyes. All our dyes are non-toxic. And then every time we go into production, we start a design, we think about the environment. How can we be friendlier to the environment? How do we not contribute to landfill? So we upcycle all our production waste. So every single off-cut, we upcycle into rugs, into bags, into different things. You know, we socially impact our local community. To date, we've impacted thousands of women and girls. So we teach them, teach them how to upcycle, all of that. Another thing, we don't use any animal byproducts. We don't use any leather or fur in our production. Beyond being sustainable, we are also an ethical brand.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very big on fair trade. We work with a lot of artisanal communities, you know, within our country. So our makers and all of that. So again, we ensure that we don't use non-toxic dyes. So all our dyes are organic. Our fabrics, we use mostly cottons and linens, super organic, super friendly on the skin. So being sustainable for us and to us at CottonLoops is being friendly to self, being friendly to the environment, being friendly to our people, you know, that work with us and the people that we serve.
So mostly the production is done in Nigeria and with, for example, small groups of or communities, or do you have like factories that you work with, etc.?
Okay, so I'm proud to say that all our production is done in Nigeria. All, not most. So every single thing we produce. Obviously, you know that. Well, not obviously. In Nigeria, we don't have a booming textile industry.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the textiles we source from abroad, but we make some textiles here as well. So sometimes we bring clear textiles, and then we get them dyed, we get them printed and printed here in Nigeria. But we don't have a booming textile industry. So most of our textiles we ship in, but once we get here, the patterning, the designing, the cutting, the production, the quality assurance, all of that, all our branding, all our paper bags, every single thing, everything else is made in Nigeria, solely made in Nigeria. So we do have a factory in Nigeria, but we also work with artisanal groups across the country, to sort of make fabrics for us. So our factory is for stitching and upcycling and all of that. And then the artisanal groups, we do some sort of fabric making sort of with them and accessories. Yeah, that's what we do with the.
It's really interesting. And for the business model to settle down, I think it had taken some time for you to really think it and develop that beautiful local chain. However, in terms of timing, does the collection need many, maybe, I don't know, steps? Or does it require several months to be ready for retail, or do you manage to produce on a quicker pace to attend to today's consumers, like fast demands, etc.?
Okay, so for us, we try to have 4 collections a year. So we have our main collections: spring, summer, autumn, winter. We sort of try to go with the collections, global collections.
Like seasonal,
yeah, sort of. But the thing is, in Nigeria, we're summer all year round, so we're not trying to make like cold. So it's summer all year round in Nigeria, isn't it? But because we have a huge international community and customer base, we have during the seasons, and then some of our wholesalers, they come to us and say, "Oh, do you, we want to order some clothes or some fabrics and all of that." So we have to tend to them. But most and generally, we have our 4 seasons. So we do the 2 seasons, and then we have try to do 2 capsule collections, right? So mainly 4 collections, and then it takes quite a while. So most of our collections, they're like 3 months ahead in planning. But because we run a small production, sometimes even though we have bulk single runs. So we have huge single runs. Some people would also, so for instance, we have collections from 2018 that some wholesalers would say, oh, I want this design from 2018. Now, because we don't have a booming textile industry in Nigeria, we need to let them know, the fabric might change.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're lucky and it doesn't. If we're able to order from abroad, it doesn't. So the thing is, even though we have our 3 months planning, sometimes when wholesalers want to order in bulk, we're happy to, just sort of make it for them.
It's really interesting, of course, because at the end of the day, the end consumer who does like sustainable fashion would also understand that there might be variables within the product, and uniqueness with the product.
That's true. That's correct.
And I see that you are in a boutique, but I also know that you have other ways to sell and promote your product. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so our vision at CottonLoops, by 2023, we're going to be the top-selling retailer of conscious high street fashion in Africa. So what we're trying to do right now is to have stores across Africa. So we do have some stores across Africa and across Nigeria. So we're currently in Lagos, Nigeria. Hey, Lagos. So yeah, we're currently in Lagos, Nigeria at the moment. In Lagos, we have 2 stores. We have one in the center of town, right where it's all happening, downtown, Victoria Island, and then we have one in Ikoyi as well. These are very, eyebrow areas in Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we also have stores in a few other states across Nigeria, in Abuja and in Calabar. These are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful states in Nigeria. And then we have across Africa, Dakar, Ghana, Nairobi, quite a few places that we're working on getting all our.
So really major representations for the brand.
And then we're the UK as well. So we're with a UK company that we're going to stock with. That is going to happen in the summer. So I mean, most in generally, we're quite around. So beyond our physical stores, we have a website where we sell off from. We have a website, our personal website, and then we sell off social media, Instagram, Facebook not as much, because honestly, we've not really gotten the hang of Facebook, but Instagram for sure, yes.
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, we're on Twitter, but it's not very, so
it doesn't really
mostly Instagram, and then also we're on some third-party virtual websites, so marketplaces, so some marketplaces have been looking to carry us, but then again, our production is not as huge, because we don't only produce for ourselves, we produce for other companies as well. So we private label for companies both in Nigeria and abroad. Smaller runs, but we do private label. So right now we're looking to expand our production to be in more places, but at the moment that's sort of like, and then we sell at trade shows as well. So obviously, we've been to Pure London, we've been to Magic, we've been to Cabana, we've been to, so I mean, quite a few states and countries across Africa, across Europe, across America. We've been to quite a few marketplaces where we're just trying to figure out, what's the best fit for us. We're coming to France this year soon, so get ready, France. So
yes.
So absolutely.
And it's really interesting because, first of all, you're really expanding your market presence, which is really good. I mean, online would always give you that international exposure, but having the physical product in a physical store is still an important thing. However, going from that sustainable concept as well, the fact that you have expanded as much, do you develop like special capsule collections for different areas, or do you still focus on having the same collection and represent it across all of your retail outlets?
So what it is because these are new markets for us. So our brand is just about 30 months. We're not 3 years yet. So we're just about 2.5 years thereabouts in business. So for instance, America is a very new market for us. We only went to so in February of 2020, last year, right before the pandemic, we did Vegas, we did California, we did New York, going for shows, Cabana, Magic, London Edge, all of that we had gone for. So we're taking it as we go along. Right now, we sort of have this. So we don't have the same. We have the. So we'll launch probably like a 20-piece collection across board, and then probably split it into like, okay, 7 designs go here, 10 go here, 5 go here. So it's the same collection, but we just sort of split it out to our different locations, across the world. So that's mainly what we're doing at the moment.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
And when you're expanding abroad, of course, when you're selling in trade shows, buyers would select their own pieces that they would
Yeah.
like to represent in their own stores. However, when you're opening physical stores, is it like a personal company expansion, or are you franchising, or you're not there yet?
Okay, so what we're currently doing is we're stocking in multi-brand concept stores.
Okay.
So yeah, so sort of like the I don't want to mention anyone because there are few things in the works right now, but we work mostly with multi-brand stores, that we feel like their values align with ours, so they're also sustainable. We're comfortable with the quality of products that they carry in their stores, because we carry really high quality products, fashion products. So we're very particular about who we align our brand with. So if you feel like the brand values sort of aligns with us, then most and generally we're happy to stock in this place. So that's what we're currently doing. So we don't have our own physical. So we have our physical products, but they're in multi-brand stores across the world.
Which is really fair,
Yes.
given the maturity of the brand at this stage. I hope I'm not asking a lot of questions, but
No, I'm happy to answer. Bring
it's
them
really
on.
interesting.
Bring them on, please.
And moreover, what I really noticed is that the product is sustainable, and it tends to have the sense of uniqueness, as we explained, but the price ranges are really fair given
Yes.
the quality and the nature of the product. Was it a decision that you took, or is there a strategy behind it?
Okay, so I'll tell you. So I feel like a lot of fashion brands, they get it wrong. So if you're a high street brand, there's a price bracket you have to be within. So we are a high street brand. Now, tomorrow, we might say, oh, we want to have another line, that does like haute couture or whatever. But right now, we're high street brand. So our messaging, our pricing, our brand positioning, all of that, they all have to reflect, being a high street brand. So for us, pricing our price is a game of numbers when it comes to pricing for us. So that's why we have a lot of clientele and a lot of customers. They come in and they say, oh my goodness, that's how much this is. We want to grab 10. And we're like, got you. Because, it's a strategy for us, So what we want to do eventually, because again, our goal is to be number one globally, eventually. So our pricing has to reflect that. And then our target markets, we cater to a lot of Gen Z, a lot of millennials, a lot of, just like a lot of cool people. So you have to make sure that, your pricing reflects that, sort of.
Wow, it's really nice. I'm also very happy to hear about this, because very few align their positioning with their pricing
Absolutely.
and with what the brand stands for, which is really perfect. So most of the times, something related to fashion, like, is really common, is unsold stock. I mean, in your case, when you have a little bit of unsold stock, how do you manage it from season to season?
Okay, so there's this fabulous concept. I'm not sure you've heard about it. It's called sales.
No.
So this fabulous thing called sales. Yeah, but beyond that. So at the end of the season, so right now we are, excuse us, but we're just coming into our summer spring 2021. So we're launching a new collection in May. And we just came off sales right now, just to sort of get everything out and then make space for new stuff. But again, there's the pandemic. Now, what we had done pre-pandemic is sales. Yes, that's a constant. We do a lot of sales, but we also open up new outlets. So we open up new sales outlets, because again, we would say that this is dead stock to us in her current location. But the truth is, So in another location, it's brand new. So we
Yeah.
send things out to other stores and they sell out in days.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want more of this. We're like, we don't have any more. It's an old collection. You know, so again, I would say that any brand that sort of that sort of have issues with like dead stock, open up new locations, you know, beyond your, so open up an entirely new audience, one. And then another thing we do is we do pop-up stores, pop-up pop-up events. So we'll just meet up with other brands and say, you know what, let's have a pop-up. You know, your clientele will come to me, my clientele will come to you. Let's get fresh new
You would
eyes.
share the footfall, of course.
Exactly. And let's get this out. So I would say that dead stock, number one, sales, that's very important. Number two, new audiences, new locations, new target audiences, and then pop-up shows. And then trade shows as well. So there are trade shows that are put together. So if you don't want to have your own personal pop-up, trade shows are always abundant. So just, you know, sign up, take a stand, take an exhibition stand, take a stall, and tell us what you have and have your brand new collection, you know, in here.
I mean, you are the ideal person. You can think of a solution for everything. That's I'm in love. and this dynamism in retail is actually the perfect thing to do, because we always tend to nag about our unsold stock.
Yes.
And I know sometimes solutions related to sales or the solutions that you provided are the ideal things, and sometimes brands like reuse their stock or upcycle it, maybe, or maybe change a top into a dress or combine two tops together. Have you upcycled or do you think that it might cost you at a certain point more than it might yield returns?
So we upcycle all the time, dead stock or no dead stock. So like I said before, I'm just to show you something.
Show me some rugs or
Oh, this is super cool. This is an upcycled rug. Look how amazing this is. You know, so we upcycle all the time. So this is from production waste. We don't really. I'll tell you why we don't. You can put it back. Thank you. I'll tell you why we don't really upcycle dead stock, because we don't really have a lot of dead stock for us. I don't know if it's because our brand is still small, or if it's because we have a lot of solutions.
Exactly. We are diluting everything at the right time.
So most of the time, all our clothes are sold out. We have fabulous, fabulous fashion products. So they don't stay long. So for us, we've sort of stuck to dead stock being sold, and then, you know, just have production waste upcycled into other products. So no, dead stock, we don't have dead stock. We don't have that issue at the moment. You know, we pray we don't.
Well, say,
yeah.
Can we like take this opportunity to have a little tour in the boutique? And
absolutely. I'm just going to turn this around quickly.
Okay.
And then show
take your time.
So everyone, welcome to
CottonLoop.
Yeah, so that's us. So we're in the mall. I'll just quickly show you outside. The mall is closed now.
Okay.
Beautiful mall. It's called the 1436 Mall. It's in Victoria Island in Lagos.
And it's beautiful location as well.
Would go into, and then we'll come in here. So this is the store. This is coming in. This is one of our designs. We love that. This is handmade and dyed batik.
Okay.
So on it, and then one of our designs. This is
beautiful. The one that you showed now on the mannequin.
Oh yeah,
it is beautiful.
Show you.
It has a little bit of transparency. Yeah, I love it. Wow, it's super nice.
Yeah, that's so French, isn't it? So, and then we've got that.
And the idea of the store's decor and the way you display things, is it your personal touch, or
so everything is designed by me. I'm very big on visual merchandising.
Yes.
So I've got my little manis. I love these ones. And then these are some of our shift dresses. So everything is in black and white, guys, as you can see.
Right.
I'll just quickly show you some. This is super cute. And then these are some of our tops up there. Not sure if you can have a look at this. That's a cute little seat area where people can just sit
Yeah,
and have some coffee, you know. Yeah, and then these are some
the
of our
city.
rugs that we
Yeah,
upcycle.
yeah, the one that we saw earlier.
Yeah, and then this is our changing room over here. A little
Okay.
changing room. And then more tops. So we don't have a lot of things on the shop floor
Mm-hmm.
because our things move really fast, and then we have a lot across. Oh, I love this one. This is
So
super
what? Oh
French.
yeah, I see that there are, and I see someone from Paris, I think, in the
Yeah.
shop today.
And then let me show you what I'm wearing. So it's like super,
Super cool. Yeah.
yeah, isn't it?
And
So yeah,
you have done a good collection using that same print. I saw like that there were many styles
yeah, I
out of
know.
it. Yeah,
Love
yeah,
that.
it's
Love
really
that.
nice.
So yeah,
Thank you
that's it.
for showing us around. Thank
No
you.
worries. You're welcome. Yeah. So that's the store at the moment.
That's really nice and inspiring. Thank you for showing around. And just like if someone wants to buy online, do you deliver internationally?
Oh yeah. So we there's this really cool company. It's called DHL. They're
I
fantastic.
don't know. I don't know about it.
Yes, I know DHL. It's a
They
delivery
seem
company.
like nice people.
And then there's UPS. So we were actually on a program with I'm not sure if you know She Trades. It's She
No,
Trades. No? She Trades is
no.
a fantastic platform. So for like entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, and all of that. So She Trades and UPS actually, we just concluded a training with them on sort of like best practices for, oops, sorry, for shipping and all of that. So so yeah, so we ship everywhere, anywhere across the world. We've shipped to over 30 countries since we started. So yeah, so everywhere across the world, please come shop. We do wholesale, we do retail. So let us know what you'd like, and we manufacture as well. So if you wanted to private label in Africa, where your go to brand to do that. Our turnaround times are great. Delivery, very professional, very fantastic. So yeah, that's what we're about.
Perfect. And we will share all of these addresses after the live on the
Okay.
story. So everyone who wishes to get in touch with you personally or directly can also do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think we've talked about the important things, right? Related to the brand, the
We
collection,
have.
how
We
it's
have.
done, designed, and where it's
Mm-hmm.
manufactured. And the
Mm-hmm.
most important thing I think that is beautiful in this story is the fact that it is simply designed and designed in Nigeria, and the
Yes,
fact that
absolutely.
you work with local communities to
We
produce
do.
and still produce professionally on time
Yes.
and deliver on
Yes.
time, right? These are
Absolutely. Yes.
important things, and most fashion retailers fail to do that.
Yes,
So
because I mean, in 2019, when we were at Pure London, we were nominated top 5 most sustainable brands at the entire show.
yeah,
So we were also on Pure London runway, and no one could believe we made all these things in Nigeria. They kept saying, "Oh my goodness, are you sure they're made in Nigeria?" So, we got deals with like major brands across the UK. So that
yeah,
was really good for us because we wanted to
yeah,
sort of test the European market and see how they respond to a brand, and the response was fantastic.
yeah, yeah.
So we're excited to come into the into more outward Europe, not just London now. Just
Of
more
course.
of Europe, do more of America, and all of that.
Because only thinking about the infrastructure, and sometimes when countries lack infrastructure and still manage to produce the way you
Great.
do, it's really something to look at.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
and I really appreciate it, and I love the story. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing all of this
you.
info.
No worries.
I earlier saw some of the videos from the runway, from the
Yes.
Pure London runway,
Mm-hmm.
and we're inviting everyone to just go back to your page, because I think you will be always
Yes.
posting about this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
We loved it on the runway. It was amazing. It was great.
And I see that really it was packed. I mean, I have assisted a couple of times at Pure London, maybe around 2010
Oh,
and 11, and
have
still
you?
yeah, it's really nice. I
It's
really love
lovely. The
that
energy
show.
is so different.
It's
It's
really,
crazy.
it's
I
true.
love Pure
It's
London. I
true.
can't wait. I'm gonna go back in September.
Is it
After
going to be physical though this year?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's Scoop and Pure this summer, which is amazing because I mean typically Pure is separate and then Scoop is
Yeah.
separate, isn't it? But this year they're together. So but so sad because I don't like to do the autumn winter show because obviously I don't do a lot of winter clothes. I don't do a lot of jackets. So I tend to do the spring show, for summer, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to go as a visitor in
Okay,
September.
and just maybe check it out.
Yeah,
It
that's what
might
I
be
always do.
a
Before I
lookout.
take a stand, I go 2 seasons. I just go, and then I'm going to show in February next year at
Right.
Pure London.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
I'm excited to do that. Yeah.
And all the luck, Bolupe, for all of this beautiful energy and the
Thank
work
you.
that you have done. I'm so
Thank you,
happy that we
Galia.
managed to do this
I know,
this
I'm so
live.
excited.
Thank you
I
so
thought we'd do
much.
it again. Have you been to Nigeria, Galia? Have you been to
No,
Nigeria?
I need
What?
to. I mean, I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, it's a
Really?
shame,
You
but I
should.
should. I
I'm
should
gonna
really.
invite you. I'm gonna invite you next year. Let's get this pandemic out of the way. I'm
Yeah,
gonna invite you.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna see anything now. I'll tell you later, but quite a few people from the UK as well. We're having something here next year, so I'll probably invite you as part of the group,
Thank
the
you.
international group for you to come.
It
Yeah,
it will be
you'd
a
love it.
pleasure.
You
I'm
would love
sure. I'm
what?
sure.
There's so much fashion here. You don't even want to know. Thank you so much for
I-
having me. This is so good.
Thank you, and thank you for your time. And just to tell everyone who joined in late that I will be relaying this live on IGTV and later on YouTube,
I
and
mean,
the links will be available so that everyone can
great, great.
rerun this beautiful
Love
conversation.
it, love it.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so
I
much.
wanted, sorry, hold on, Naya, mommy. I wanted them to just say hello. The amazing family. You guys should just say hello. Why are you wearing your mask? So these are some of the amazing people that make up
Hi.
CottonLoop. Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Galia. Thank you, Galia. So are you gonna save this? You're gonna save the live?
Yes, it's going
Okay.
to be directly available on IGTV, and I will be
Perfect. You
sending
said
you the
yes. I'm on
link.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
and looking forward to re-meeting with you online and hopefully in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I'm excited. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice
All right.
evening.
Bye. You too.